Welcome to another edition of This Week in Agriculture, a production of the Public Relations Department of the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives. This Week in Agriculture is aimed at highlighting achievements and promoting upcoming events. I'm your host, Betty Ann Lazarus.
Agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, linking every sector, promoting food and nutrition security and climate-smart sustainable agriculture, embracing our youth and seniors in national development.
Welcome back. Minister of State with responsibility for agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, Senator Adrian Thomas, made good on his last term promise to play a vital role in the setting up of a spice garden at both the Westerhall Secondary and the St. David's Catholic Secondary Schools. A variety of spice plants were handed over to both schools during a recent visit.
I am just fulfilling my promise that I made to Form 5 students and part of Form 4 students when I came here sometime last term for the people who were doing agricultural science. I promised that I'm going to make sure that you all get a spice plant. I'm fulfilling my promise. Secondly, I brought 25 plants here this morning. I am hoping that everybody I promise a plant will get one, and if there isn't enough, I'll provide enough for you to establish the spice garden at St. David's Catholic Secondary School. I can see smiles on the students' face, and I'm hoping that this is the beginning of your agricultural career, because agriculture is serious business, and we want people to know the spice plants.
I must say it's an honor, and we are so grateful. So I just want to say a huge thank you.
We are very grateful for the plants, and we will use it very good, and we'll take good care of it.
Thank you for the spices.
The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives has outlined a number of activities to mark the observance of World Food Day 2023 under the theme Water is Life, Water is Food, Leave No One Behind. World Food Day is observed internationally on October 16th in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, the FAO. However, this year's celebration will run from October 16th to October 20th, 2023 here in Grenada. Senior Agricultural Officer attached to the Extension Department of the Ministry of Agriculture and Chairperson of the World Food Day Committee, Lawrence St. Louis, outlines the activities for the week.
So we're having a week of activities that will encompass the theme and really put focus on water in agriculture, water at our homes, the marine economy, and to ensure that we sustainably manage the water that we have. The World Food Day is a day to remember that everybody, and to plan also to ensure that everybody has safe, reliable food and has access to that food, and also to celebrate our farmers.
Farmers, agro-processors, and value chain partners will have the opportunity to display their produce and products, establish network, and strengthen bonds as the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Fisheries and Cooperatives seeks to propel the sector forward.
On our Tuesday, we're doing an Eat in Water campaign, where we will be distributing watermelons and cantaloupes, five fingers, other fruits at various bus terminals. And we will also be asking our students and our teachers to have watermelons and that sort of fruit at the schools. So we're promoting healthy eating. We will have the GFNC, which will provide us with some information on both healthy eating and, of course, on safe water usage. On Wednesday, we will have another discourse on water. This one will be a virtual discourse on water, using water safely and ensuring that we preserve this very, very valuable resource that we have.
The one-week observance will climax with an official ceremony and exhibition in Grenville.
The exhibition will encompass agro-processors, input suppliers, anybody who wants to come and display what they have and sell what they have. We will be asking people who are food vendors to come in and sell your food. We will be asking that you prepare local dishes, saltfish and fish cake, bakes and cocoa tea, oil down, waters, anything, that sort of thing. Come in and we will find some space for you, and we will accommodate you with your tables and your chairs and your tents. So at the end of that day, we will be having a cultural concert, like a concert. Yes, I guess we could put it that way, where we will have performances from local acts. We will try to have the Royal Grenada Police Force Band, and we will just have a time of sharing and enjoying ourselves. And of course, there we will be asking our vendors, our food vendors also, to come and sell your food and sell the different things that you have. So that will start from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. on Friday evening.
The 2023 agricultural census is well on its way as over 100 enumerators embark on the data collection drive, get at updating essential information within the Ministry of Agriculture. The exercise follows a series of training involving both supervisors and enumerators. Laverne Mapp explains the significance of the census.
For this census, we'll be doing a complete enumeration. That means the enumerators will be going to each household. The country has been split up into what we call EDs. Okay, so this is an area that has between 100 and 150 households. So each enumerator would have a specific area to go to interview all the households in that area. And this is important for decision making, first of all, to give us an idea of where our agriculture sector is at this point in time. Also, to give us information to help us when we're doing programs and projects with international and regional agencies, because a lot of times they ask for information that we don't have. So the census will be a good place for providing that kind of information for them.
Agricultural officials are appealing to farmers to give their fullest support to enumerators. And it's good news for livestock farmers throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique. This as the Ministry of Agriculture rolls out its Artificial Insemination Program with the procurement of 1,100 cattle semen straws under the AGRICOM project aimed at resuscitating the livestock industry in Grenada. The procurement is valid in excess of $100,000 for both hormones and semen.
The semen that we will be using is from a breed called the Santa Gertrudis. So they're selected for a very low butt weight, right, which is very good for our cow because our cattle are kind of small framed, right? So we expect very little butting difficulties, right? But the good thing about these calves here, the growth rate is very accelerated. So we expect a very feed to meat conversion ratio. They have very good quality carcasses.
Head of the Veterinary Division of the Ministry of Agriculture, Dr. Kimond Cummings, stated that the Veterinary Department intends to make maximum and careful use of the commodity, as this is critical to the sustainability of the livestock industry. Livestock farmers throughout Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique are encouraged to register their interest to be part of the Artificial Insemination Program with the Ministry of Agriculture. The Grenada Youth Agriculture and Agribusiness Project, which was launched earlier this year, has now established an office with the specific purpose of assisting farmers interested in participating in the project, with funding from the CARICOM Development Fund, CDF, in the amount of $1,338,500. The 3-year project aims to boost agricultural output by providing assistance to both established and emerging farms through the guidance of trained entrepreneurs and certified youth agricultural workers between the ages of 16 to 35. Program Specialist, Business Development and Firm Competitiveness with the CDF, Chris McNair, was in Grenada recently.
The program has 3 fundamental components. One that looks at building the beneficiaries' skill sets as farmers. Another one that looks at building competency and capacity within the Ministry of Agriculture. That is the extension officers, how you market the project. And of course, we have to deal with access to finance. So there's a program, there's a component that speaks to how do we provide funding to farmers, to young farmers, to build out their business model. So ultimately, all things being equal, and the project goes according to plan, we will be in a position to speak to a farmer, understand what they want to do, help them to build their business model, help to train them to understand exactly what needs to be done, and then provide the kind of financing that they need, the capital, to go ahead and get that done. And then throughout the life of the project, support the development of that young farmer.
And that's a wrap on This Week in Agriculture. From the entire production team, do have a productive week ahead.
Agriculture and lands, fisheries and cooperatives, linking every sector, promoting food and nutrition security and climate-smart sustainable agriculture, embracing our youth and seniors in national development.